I'm LaDonna Lockard. I am here today with my BFF, Stephen Winans. How are you, my friend? Look at
So good
that.
to see you again. I'm great,
It's
BFF. How are you?
doing so good, doing so good. Thank you for being here. Thank you for joining me again for this mid-year update. You are Stephen Winans. You are the CEO of Redder. We are best friends for anyone who might not know, right?
Forever.
Obviously the jackets give it away. But I wanted to have you back for this mid-year check-in because we're still waiting on data to roll out from the NMLS. They've been really slow with the data, even from Q1. Now that we're rolling and it's July, let's just talk about things that you're seeing right now. First things first, did you see much of an influx post Q2 where you felt like, a bunch more people were reactivating their licenses previous to what we had already talked about?
Yeah, so we're getting the data in every week and taking a look at a few things. We saw at the end of the reinstatement period, there wasn't too much uptick, and we were still down about 23,000 loan officers from the previous year. But what we have noticed, since we're still getting the numbers in ourselves and taking a look at them and dissecting them, but we wanted to hop on and show you right away what we're seeing. We've got like almost 17,000 new NMLS IDs this year. And so
Okay.
there are folks coming in for whatever reason. They've got NMLS IDs. Maybe they're producing, maybe they're not. But there are clearly some people that are seeing this potential opportunity, and some companies that are also seeing that opportunity, getting ready for it.
Now, let's clarify something because anyone can sign up for an NMLS ID number.
Mhm.
And that can be your banks, that can be your federal registries, that can be your depository institutions, that can be people actually coming in to be an MLO. But anyone can sign up for that number. So, again, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're producing, but I mean, 17,000, that's a significant uptick.
Yeah, almost canceling out the numbers that we saw for producing loan officers that had left. But like you said, could really be anyone, including even debt collectors. So that's why we
Mm,
like to normalize that data based on production, but we haven't done that yet for the new folks, and that'll take time for that data to come in. Great point.
perfect. What about what about real estate agents? What are you seeing there?
Okay, there's two things. Like the big one, the big update that we have to give you just on the housing market in general. I think last time we talked, NAR said, "Oh, the inventory issues and the housing market, we're going to pick up about 9%. Our forecast is we're going to have 4.5 million homes sold in 2025. Well, guess what? They've revised their estimates too, and it's looking to be more like 4.1 million is their hope. But I
Hmm.
mean, just based on the pace of this year versus last year, who knows if that's going to be revised downward again? Economy, tariffs, all that kind of stuff. We are looking flat. Heck, could even go down. So we'll keep an eye on that and see what's going on. But the flip side of that, something that is promising for loan officers that are still here now, getting educated today, maybe even in this class right here, right now, is we're seeing, let's see, since March, we've got about 35,500 new real estate licenses. So that could be
Whoa.
brand new licensees, or it could be someone moving into another state trying to get business in Florida where they have their second home. But what this means is, all right, you got fewer LOs, you got more real estate licenses. So that still equals more opportunities to build relationships and get those loans for a lifetime.
Oh, I love that. I do think it is really interesting and worth pointing out. So, having worked in and around this industry for so long, this is my almost my 14th year on the NMLS education side of things. So, helping people renew their license, obtain their license in this space. I'm also a licensed realtor. I'll be honest with you, it is significantly more prevalent for MLOs to be licensed across multiple state lines than it is for realtors. But I do think that they are starting to see that opportunity that not everyone and not every demographic, not every geographic location do you actually have to be there. And so they are starting to open up significant more opportunities, especially with the utilization of doing FaceTime tours, camera tours, things like that. So I do think, I mean, it makes sense that maybe realtors are starting to actually expand into different states. So that is a really interesting number, though. And it's a lot. That's a lot of new licensees, especially in what is a little bit slower of a market than what we were anticipating. So I love your distinction that the opportunity is opening up for LOs. Now is the time to really get in there and to solidify those types of relationships, particularly if they are a new agent. Now's the time to get in there and to get in front of them. What would your advice be to someone who maybe is going after a new agent to try to get them and recruit them to utilize them as an MLO?
Yeah, number one, you just gotta pick up the phone, start having that conversation. And it's not dissimilar to, all right, so I've still got my real estate license as you, and you know that there are a ton of real estate agents that any buyer could use. But how do you pick a good one? It's, do you vibe? Are you having a good conversation? Is this someone you want to spend that time period with? Like looking through all those homes, having those tough conversations with your spouse and their real estate agent listening. Same thing for LOs. It's a job. Your job requires good partners to help each other grow. And do you see yourself wanting to spend time with that real estate agent, building their business, which will in turn also build your business together? Do you see yourself wanting to stick with them long term and just through the good times and bad? Is this someone that you would want to work with? And let's figure it out together. Let's see what we can build together.
I love that. I love that. Approaching it as a true partnership and knowing that in turn, the investment that you put into them is most likely the investment that you're going to receive back. So I think that's fantastic.
Can I
Anything
expand
else?
on that a little bit too?
Yeah,
'Cause
please,
you said
please.
partnership. Partnership is great, but really, you know this life. When you're in mortgage and real estate, it's pretty much 24/7. It's beyond partnership. You're looking for friendship here because
Well, I thought you were
you,
going to say marriage because it
no,
basically feels like you're married to some of your partners.
no, we're looking for best friendships. Okay. And so look for those friends that you want to hang out with and be friends with. Your life is going to be so much better when you find those partners who can be your friends.
I love that. I love that. That's a perfect way to end this because I think you're spot on. I want to have you back again. We keep these things rolling and keep these updates fresh so that we can help to really just keep people informed, keep them prepared and allow them those glimpses into what opportunities exist right now. So, thank you my friend as always for being here. And until I see you next time, take it to the max.
Thank you, everyone. See ya.